when I was at university and really enjoyed it and did a marathon and a few half marathons, and then came to New Zealand and I had the kids, and after that coming back into running was always on and off and on and off. And then I guess the farm doesn't help, because like 3 months of calving, everything stops for me, and then you start again. But I had a time in Germany where I really enjoyed running and was able to get out of the door and say, all right, today we want to do a long run. It's a nice weather, maybe do 15, 18 Ks or something like that, and it felt good. So I think that was my goal, to get back into a state where I was able to do longer runs and still felt good, and maybe even train for some half marathons or events. And then I've got my best friend here, my running friend, who really pushed me, and she had me sign up for a running event over several days. The first one got cancelled due to COVID, and then that company got broke. But then we find something else, which is called the Cavalcade, and I had to promise her to sign up, and that was 5 days of running in the mountains, and anything between 25 to 45 Ks a day. And I think that was the main goal when I reached out to say, I have to be fit for that. Like that. We're heading into summer. We're supposed to have spring, but spring hasn't really arrived yet. We had a lot of rain. We had a few nice days just lately, but even today a bit more rain and grey. So we are really waiting for a bit of sunshine. The busiest days have just been behind us. We just finished calving. So now we are into, we just started mating this week, so inseminating cows. So or last Friday we had a few big days, but that's a fun job for me.
Yes.
We have the big walk, the Tiara Roa walk, the length of New Zealand, and the walk goes past our farm, so we just start seeing all those hikers. So this morning when I came from the farm, I saw 2 of them starting the walk.
Oh wow, yeah. And the area where you live is quite brutal, with all the hills and challenging. And the hiking that you do in your area is also something we talked about a lot. And trying to find kind of a flat stretch for you to do some of the running. It wasn't easy at all, but you managed to do so. But it's very inspiring, the area where you live, for hiking, and that's what you like a lot.
If I go for my long runs, I basically run gravel road the whole time. There's no concrete, nothing. For something flat, I have to drive to find something like that. But I guess it's good. On the other hand, it becomes your normal. First cavalcade, I suffered big blisters. My feet were so covered in blisters, and I guess what triggered us was on the first couple of days we got wet feet a couple of times, and I think my feet weren't used to that, so I didn't bring a change of socks or anything, so we just kept going for the whole day. And that was something that I really focused on after that, and can't really tell what I did different the second year. I did try to avoid to get wet feet, but I haven't had a single blister on the second cavalcade. 3 years of running now have been constantly building strengths and just being slow and steady. Walk if it's really steep and I can't run it up, then I think my body is really trained now and can just deal with the stress. So I've taken supplements with me, magnesium, and something that I get from Germany is smart proteins. It's just, instead of taking protein powder, it's pressed into a tablet, and if one has the equivalent of 7 grams of protein, so on harder training days you can have a few more, but it's so easy to to take with you and to adjust on
Yes.
different, like you can take 3 or you can take 10, whatever you need that
That's
day.
smart. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It's like an
the kids
egg.
know that,
It's
huh?
the same amount as an egg. 1 egg, 1 tablet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that made a big difference as well. Yeah. Going the long distance, enjoying it, and then like for the cavalcade, being able to get up the next morning, we're sleeping in tents on tent mats, to get up and do it all over again and still being able to enjoy it. So my running friend, she has got 4 kids, I've got 3 kids, and we like to take them out hiking. So the last summer holidays, which was this year in January, we went out and took the kids hiking for 14 days. And some mountains and bush areas, the Ruahinis in New Zealand. And so we had to carry our everything. We had to carry tents just in case. For all of us, we were 8, sometimes 9 people. We had one backdrop to pick up more food supplies, but the kids had to carry their own food supplies. We carried a bit more, but I think we started with backpacks around 20 kgs. We adults. And we managed 14 days in the bush. We didn't walk every day with a backpack because we wanted it fun for the kids. So quite often we stayed 2 nights in the same hut, and the kids went fishing, we went exploring. But we did. I think we did over just under 19 Ks with our backpacks on that trip. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. Yeah, and the kids have done so well. There's always elevation and hiking poles, and same principle goes with the kids. Slow and steady wins the race. We will get there. We take our time. We can have another break, but just keep moving. I guess as we get older, especially for women, it's really, really important to add the strength training just to keep your muscle mass. Otherwise that goes so quickly. Especially with lots of endurance trainings where you burn fat, and maybe not just fat. If there's nothing there, then it goes to your muscles. So I think that's. I guess I have been kind of lucky, maybe because of through the farm work, because that's always been there. I have done a couple of DEXA scans just to see, and I feel like maybe it's just a little bit of genetics as well and a little bit lucky, but my muscle mass has always been on the higher side to what's normal for women. It's the heavy load on the back, so you need strong legs. We use walking poles sometimes, or most of the time, even just for balance sometimes. But that was something that I did recognize from cavalcade to cavalcade, and then hiking last year, and then cavalcade again. I was so much more confident on stuff where we had to balance. Like during our last hike, we walked through a riverbed that was dry, and it was basically boulder hopping. And the cavalcade, we were on a field that was just rocks. And the first year it would have slowed me down so much that just the balance and the fear of falling and not trusting my body. But then last year, like that, the last cavalcade in March, that field of rocks that we had to cross, I thought it was actually quite fun, and was able to keep up with my friend. And she is way stronger on the downhills. I'm stronger on the uphills. I think maybe a little bit stronger. But and she actually mentioned that she said, wow, that I can see how much you have improved crossing this rock field, just keeping your balance and being able to keep going at a certain pace. But to have another goal for running, we have signed up for a 60-kilometer trail run by the end of March.
Wow. Yes.
Called the Honua Hillbilly, and it's got I was happy to do, I think the shorter distance is 36 or 42 Ks. I was happy with that, but my friend said, no, we do the 60.
You have to go to you have to do the 60.
I think there's over 3,000 meters of elevation, and there's a cutoff time. I'm not sure that we can make it, but we will try our best. First of all, it's a mindset thing, like thinking I can do it, and I think working together with you guys for 2 years gave me a lot of confidence that I actually can do those things if I put the training on. But even for me, it was important to be realistic. Can I do those things without training 6 or 7 days a week? Because I didn't have the time, and I think that's something I love to move, but that would be too much. So can I achieve those things with maybe training 4 or 5 times a week and still have those rest days? And that gave me a lot of confidence. And I think the only thing that I have changed now is that I do concentrate a bit more on strength training as well to fit that. And strength training and running go together, and it's injury prevention and makes you faster in the end, not slower like so many people believe. You said right at the beginning, look, if you miss a workout or a run, don't try to make up for it later in the week. It's a missed workout, just carry on. And I think that took so much pressure off, and even mentally, that it's like, today was a hard day, or I just couldn't squeeze it in, or I just didn't feel like it. And that's okay. Just carry on tomorrow, and don't try ending up the week with, oh my God, there's 3 runs and 2 workouts to catch up on, or something like that. That was always really good. I really enjoyed working with the program. It gave me a lot of confidence, and I mean, we did 2 years, so I think that speaks for itself. And what I really enjoyed, that was always, you were always so positive. If I said, look, this, I can't do it, or I didn't get around to do this, then there was never a problem. There was always just encouragement that I would still be able to achieve my goal. And I think that made it so much fun. And to have someone on your side believing in you, saying you can do this, that was a big push for me mentally as well, to believe in myself. Once you go for things that other people say are a little bit crazy, you meet people that are kind of in that same little, like you said, the same bubble. And while friends from Germany or my parents-in-law look at me, look at the kids and say, you guys are crazy what you're doing, I look at other people and say, you're crazy what you're doing. I don't run for time. I think I may got a little bit more competitive over the last 3 years again, that I want to beat my own time, which is sometimes not even good, because then you put so much pressure on yourself instead of just going out there for a run. So I had to work on my mindset last year a little bit and say, not every run can be faster than the last one. That's just not possible. You have to be realistic, and you have a bad day, or it's really hot, or you did a big strength workout the day before and your legs are a bit tired. So I think sometimes the mindset is the biggest. The person that pushed me the most is my friend that I did the cavalcade with, that I'm gonna do the 60 Ks with, and that I go hiking with. She had some crazy ideas where I said sometimes, really? I think that's a bit too much. And she said, no, we can do it. But we always pull through. So and at the end, we've always been we are so proud. And I guess she is just so happy to have me to say, look, you always say yes in the end.
Wonderful, really. Thank you so much for your answer and your story. It's really inspiring. You're really one of a kind. You don't have that many students, and especially New Zealand. Like you said, it's a community that we do, of course, have ultra people all over the world who are students of us, but they have not that the community like you are in, with people surrounded who are do full Ironman, have that inspiring story about her, and then your friend who's all thinking about these crazy adventures and asking you for it, and etc. etc. It's nice because you have like-minded people, and nothing is really crazy for you guys. So it's you will just bring it up and people say, that sounds interesting, let's do this.
Yes.
That's cool. Yeah, that is really motivating.